on, YouTubers? Derek Ponzani here, Harper Porsche. Hope you're all doing well. Got some sun, sorry, a little red in the face today. Definitely got cooked yesterday. Had to get this video out. I actually have my hands on a brand new, this is 2024. They just launched them as of this video. So you're gonna see this in June of 24 right now. I just got the hybrid Cayenne in, and this is an S model. So there's a hybrid S. You're about 460 horsepower on the standard hybrid, combined with the electric motor and the gas motor. And then on this one, you're gonna be 512 horsepower. Pretty impressive, guys. The torque is right there too. It is 500, let me pull it up. I'll give you the exact number. It's 553 horsepower. I'm sorry, 553 pound-feet of torque. So 512 horsepower, 553 pound-feet of torque. I'm gonna run down the order list here. We ordered this car. This is a coupe Cayenne. So you'll notice the top, it does have a shade on it. It's coming at us. But it does not open on a coupe. So if you look up here, there's no open button. It's just a shade. So if you're looking for a sunroof that opens, then you're gonna have to do a standard Cayenne, which is just a standard body is what I mean. So, and of course in a hybrid or a hybrid S model. So this is an E-Hybrid. That means you can plug it in and you can run on electricity, or you can drive it. It will charge with the brakes. It'll charge in motion. It's pretty cool. So it basically will charge as well. But I got a lot of customers that I've already delivered 2 of these, and they're getting on these new models, these 24s and up on the new redesign, 45 to 52 miles is what I'm seeing between the two so far, and they just started driving them this week. So just to give you an idea, we'll kind of keep an eye on it. It hasn't been super cool, but it's been mid 80s. So here in Tennessee is where we're filming, just to give you some kind of idea. But that's pretty impressive. One of the customers traded his hybrid that was a 2022, and he was averaging about 22 miles real world on the previous generation, which is a 22, right? Last one. So we've got a bigger battery in this guy right here. Obviously a little bit more horsepower. We love that. Definitely more range, and the new drive and the new Cayenne, as you've seen by my previous videos, is incredible. They've just really smoothed everything out, even more so than usual in Porsche world. Just unbelievable drive. If you haven't driven a Cayenne yet, a new Cayenne 2024 and up, go try one out. They are absolutely amazing. There's a reason they are class leading for sure. So we're going to walk through this real quick. I'm going to try not to bore you too much. I'm just going to pick up on a lot of the E-Hybrid stuff. I've got delivery videos. I've got 2024 Cayenne videos. You can jump through those, take a look at those. They'll be in my Cayenne playlist under my channel here, so take a look at that. And if you do like these videos, feel free to subscribe, like. I try to get as many helpful tips and hints out. There's obviously plenty of driving videos, so I don't do a whole lot of those. I'll try to incorporate that more. I don't have a whole lot of time to get out and get all the cameras and everything. So basically, this is more of an education for the guys that are doing some homework, gals doing homework, making sure that they're buying the right car for their needs. And of course, I want to give as much information as I can. So let's start. Let's take a look at this thing. So this is what I would call a fairly well-equipped vehicle, right? Heated steering wheel, rear comfort seats 2+1. In a coupe, they're going to be, let's flip this around. There's going to be like a little, not even a console, but like a little space in the middle without a seatbelt. The zero cost option, you can make that basically like a little, let's just call it, looks like a little bit of a jump seat there with a seatbelt, of course, right? So that's going to be in the middle portion there. You can see there's still plenty of leg room. There's a ton of headroom in these things. They actually give you these little indents in the back too to help on the coupes, right? You can see the crest in the headrest while I'm on it. That is an option. You'll see that kind of in the specs here. Soft closed doors are in here. Technology packages in here. Premium package plus. So this has all the what I would call essentials built in at $129,270. Obviously, if you want to be a little less than that, you can do the standard E-Hybrid as well. This one is obviously going to have more horsepower and a little bit more fun factor. So pretty cool stuff. All right, let's get to the hybrid part. So drive modes are going to be here on this selector switch here, and you'll notice I left this screen up intentionally. So we haven't fully charged this thing, right? I've got it charged just a little bit. Let's call it a little more than halfway, and it's showing 28 miles of range in the green and miles till empty on the fuel. That is all going to adjust. This is a brand new car with 35 miles on it. So this is just initial, right? Obviously the fuel economy and all that will get a little bit better. I haven't got real world fuel economy quite yet. Obviously you can look at these. You got your electric, you got your miles per gallon here. They're saying combined 22. That seems to be about what I'm hearing throughout the network, talking to friends and customers and whatnot, and that's pretty good for a vehicle that weighs just north of 6,000 pounds. So I love that. And then if you want to drive it just on pure E, all you have to do is flip this mode over. You can see I got off-road, I've got E. E is going to basically set me up so it just runs on electric as much as it can. Obviously, if I floor it and I need more horsepower, it's going to kick the motor on. If I click it over to hybrid, it's going to do its hybrid thing, and it's going to flip on and off like a typical hybrid would be, giving you more power when you need it. Flip over one more time, you got sport mode. That's going to leave the engine on, charge the battery because the engine will be on, right? And then, of course, we've got Sport Plus. So Sport Plus would be where you would get into like launch control and get into the most aggressive setting for very spirited driving on back roads or wherever you may be going. That is like maximum attack mode. I love that. So on here, we do have air suspension, of course, and you can see the level height is right here. So if I click on that, you can adjust it, and you have all these adjustments on the air suspension system. Porsche calls it PASM, or PASM Air, which is Porsche Active Suspension Management. There's your chassis control, so Sport, Sport Plus, normal, how you want it to ride. There's your drive mode. There is no longer an individual mode. I have a video on this, so if you want to personalize your settings, you can personalize sport. Normal is default to normal. Sport mode, you can go in here and you can set how you want it to be set. So I'm going to spin this. By the way, we can do it in Sport Plus as well. I was actually in Sport Plus. So if I wanted the chassis to be, it's going to be in sport, so my throttle response will be good. My shift points will be more aggressive. But if I want the ride to be normal in sport, I can hit normal, I can set the level of the height, and then I hit the little checkbox here. And that is how my sport is going to function. It saves it individually to my personal settings in Sport Plus modes, which is really cool. So you have that as well. So those of you that are missing that individual settings in the previous generation, that's where you're going to be changing your settings. Sport mode will automatically, by the way, turn off start-stop on a normal Cayenne. Obviously in this hybrid, we are going to have different modes, so that's going to just change that depending on what mode you're in, of course. But sport mode, we will be in. You notice there is no start-stop, right? Doesn't even show it on this vehicle because it just turns itself off as needed. In sport mode, we're running the engine the whole time and prioritizing sport, of course, right? Same with Sport Plus, so just FYI. All right, guys, so on the new configuration screen, now that we've gone through the modes, we can arrow, select, and you can rotate down and see your map. You can rotate up, see your map and your gauges, your speed limit warning, scroll up again, your car, which is a popular screen, and of course, if there's a car in front of you, which it's seeing the Taycans up there, scroll up again, and you got your tachometer, traditional Porsche, and then one more up, and you've got all the gauges kind of in one view, which is kind of neat. So all I'm doing is rolling this after I've selected the middle. So selecting it is this little button on the right. I'm highlighting it. You see it jumping around. By the way, this also highlights heads-up display. I know it's really hard to see, but right there is my little heads-up icon. I can see the speed. Depending on, you can customize this and how you like it. Navigation, all that stuff right here, and it's customizable in the display settings, which we'll show you briefly here. So pretty cool. So that's that. So drive modes are here. If you want to drive on electric, click it over. We're going to go e-power mode here. And then you just noticed it turned off. Down for drive. And I don't know if you can hear it, but it does have a little bit of noise. It's really tough to hear because it's pretty quiet. All I can hear is the cars outside. But when you go, there's a little bit of background noise. Those are kind of, from what I've been told, they're mandated now, like electric vehicles. So you're in a parking lot, people know you're there. They want to make sure you can hear them. So there is a little bit of what I would call ambient or let's fake motor noise, right? In the background. Doesn't sound bad at all. It's just there. So on your drive stick, of course, we're going to have adaptive cruise. All the safety items are going to be up here. And Porsche has included all the awesome safety items as like standard, like your lane assist. You notice I've got it crossed out. You can push and hold this key here, and you'll notice the line will go away. And there you go. Now it's back on. Downhill assist is on. You can change those modes by jogging this little outside key right here. Pretty cool. So adaptive cruise will be your norm, right? And then you got hill control, your speed limiter, and then off completely. So that's going to be built right on there. So on the home screen, you can go into the home and see all your icons right here. And you will notice that I did a quick video when you go over here. You can see I got the satellite radio up. So if you touch this screen for the passenger, of course, I'm not sitting over there, but if you're sitting over there, you can click on it and change and select. You get kind of this view right here, including a cockpit mode, which actually shows you speed and G-forces and stuff, which is kind of cool. Charging is going to be right here. So on this, kind of like our Taycans, you can set up preheat with remote unlocking. You can also do like set a time, like departure. If you leave at a certain time every day, you can have this thing while it's plugged in, get you to temperature, like a remote start, basically. You can also do that on the Porsche app as well, which is pretty neat. So they did change the charging plug. I will show you that in a sec when we go to the back, just so you guys have that right there. But you can also see in here, there you go, there's your battery level. And we're gonna plug that in tonight and get a full charge on it. So the Cayenne is gonna be all your Cayenne settings, your assistant settings are in here. All your additional functions are going to be all your safety settings. There's warn and brake assist, lane keep assist, lane departure warning, all this stuff right here. If you want to turn them on or off, they're selectable. This particular one does have night vision assistant, which is a nice add-on. So if you go to the middle gauge and you roll it down, basically what we're going to do is go all the way down to the last menu after the map here. That will bring you your night vision assistance, which is loading. Now, of course, it's during the day, so you're just seeing a black and white picture of, the Taycan up there, right? So that's your menu scope. Of course, if there's anything kind of warm-blooded, it's going to highlight in yellow at night, which is really cool. So deer, your typical, right, will be highlighted on there. So that's a cool screen to have up at night. And of course, with the headlights that move and auto high beam, all that stuff will be very helpful as well. So definitely going to help you if you like that option. That's a really neat option that Porsche offers. As well as the heads-up display, soft closed doors, and all that. So all these options are going to be here. As far as some of the optional things, that's going to be the technology package is going to give you the heads-up, the night vision in that package bundled. So head over to Porsche.com/USA and you'll see what we're looking at here. As far as options go, it may be different if you're looking at this video in a different country, so just be aware of that. And options do change, full disclosure, right? So this is as of 24, 25, they may change a couple things, couple colors, right? So just be aware of that. Porsche does do that pretty frequently, so we have a lot of exclusive colors and exclusive options that we like to offer, and I think that's kind of neat. So drive modes, as far as drive goes, your drive is right up here, reverse is up here, there's your surround view camera. And you can do a cool virtual walk around just by touching the keys. I think that's kind of neat. Spin it around. I got a Cadillac actually pulling in. You'll see it rolling right there. Kind of neat. P is going to be your park. And there you go. So as far as you're concerned, driving this thing, pretty straightforward. Set the setting that you want to be in, right? Hybrid mode, E mode, whatever. If you want to drive to work on electric, no problem. We can do that. Love that. And I think that's kind of cool. So you kind of got both sides of the coin. You can drive it on electric. You're not going to use any fuel. I've got both of my customers do that. We're actually going to back this thing up and plug it into our charger. And at some point, I will try to get a drive video out here, guys, for you. I don't want to wear you out too much. This is more of a, hey, this is what they've done for 24. This is what it looks like. Here's your settings. And hopefully that helps you guys get set up in your new vehicle or figure out if you want to do this or the V8 gas-powered S or whatever, right? So we got a lot of different options for everybody. The hybrids are definitely going to be a little more challenging to get. Just be aware of that. And a lot of that's just due to supply. There's a lot of components that build a hybrid, including the battery, the motors, and all the hybrid wiring and whatnot. So just be aware of that, guys. Be patient with your dealer as they try to get you a vehicle, of course, through Porsche. So thank you guys for watching. Push buttons over here, by the way, to shut it down. It is smart. If you do open the vehicle here, it kind of keeps it on for a minute. It'll kind of warn you that the drive mode's on. But then what it will do is after about a couple minutes here, it'll actually just turn the system down. It just shuts it right off. It'll still keep the screen on temporarily, but it does shut it off just in case you forget. But to actually power it down, you just push this button here. The seat will move, steering wheel will move to your adjustments, and you're done. So pretty cool, guys. We're gonna walk around the outside. I'll just show you all that out here real quick. Sorry for the noise in the background. We are on a main road. So here's gonna be where your charging plug is. It's on the left side. If you wanna open your gas door in our hybrids, there is a push button for that, and it's gonna be right here. That's gonna allow you to open it. That's to avoid any confusion that this is where the fuel goes, obviously, right? We got that Porsche cool racing cap on there. Premium gas, of course. These are turbocharged motors. The E-Hybrid symbol, of course, gives that away. Red brakes. Love this color. Arctic gray looks so good on this thing. This is going to be the Matrix HD headlight. That's going to have the 4 lights in it instead of just the single one in the middle. They are all auto high beam, including the standard version. The HD, you've got a sleek look, of course, very similar, but you got the 4 lenses. They all have 4-point LED running lights. That's all going to be on there in typical Porsche format. Of course, the all black roof is glass on a coupe, and you can kind of see the coupe's got this little spoiler in the back. And it's got this like really sleek back right here. It's really sharp. This is the exclusive lens in clear. It has not got any red in it, which is kind of cool. And then there's your trailer hitch, of course. Rear camera. In the back here. So the battery's a little larger, so this has bumped up just a smidge in size. So the battery's kind of tucked back there. Can't fix a flat, of course. Your Bose subwoofer. And then in here, you're gonna have the charger. This is the LED one with just the LED lights on it. These are 9 kilowatts now. The old ones were 7. And you got your typical plug, CCS, that plugs right into this plug over here. And then you can do 120, or this is the new 1450, which is what we have on our Taycans right there. This is a 50 amp circuit. So you would need a NEMA 1450 is the plug type. And then there is a 120 option as well. It's going to take a little longer to charge, obviously. So I always kind of tell people overnight on the 240, less than that, you're running 9 kilowatts, and then your battery pack's going to be under here. So basically, you're going to be charged in about half of that time. I will pull up the exact times and put them on the screen for you so you know. So pretty cool setup. Thank you guys for watching. Derek Ponzani here at Harper Porsche. Phone number here is 865-934-2828. We'll try to keep you informed as these things come in and new tech comes out. And thanks again for watching.